activists, organizers, and particularly our friends at Children of Promise. Thank you so much. Most of you know me, but I'm Justin Cohen. I'm running the state assembly here. Before I talk about why I'm running, I want to talk a little bit about who I am. I come from a family of educators. My mother, sitting right here, was a public school teacher her whole career. My father ran a tutoring company. My grandfather was a school superintendent, and so I naturally entered the family business. And spent most of my career working on education policy. I worked for school systems, I ran nonprofits, and I worked on the 2008 presidential campaign of then Senator Barack Obama. And we created literally billions of dollars that went directly to chronically under-resourced schools around this country. And after working on that election, I went to run a nonprofit that would help schools use those resources to improve. And I flew around the country seeing the disparities that exist everywhere. The disparities we can see in our schools in Brooklyn are the same in St. Louis, in Los Angeles, in Atlanta, and anywhere you land in this country. That experience changed me pretty profoundly. And it was for a variety of reasons, but it was also because while I was doing that job in 2012, Trayvon Martin was killed. We mourned as a staff, as I know many people in this room did. Perhaps nobody as much as my colleague Anthony, who sat across the table from me in my office, tears in his eyes, and said, "Justin, I need you to know this. That could have been me." And Anthony, a 25-year-old black man, went on to tell me that in any city in this country, he cannot walk down the street safely and not fear that the very people who are supposed to serve and protect him might exact deadly violence on him at any moment. From that day, racial violence marched closer and closer to my doorstep. In 2014, when Mike Brown was killed in Ferguson, it was my friends and colleagues who were on the front lines, protesting the events and injustices that led to his death. But it never got closer than it did on April 4th, 2018, 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination, when 5 members of the NYPD pulled up in an unmarked car and killed an unarmed black man on my street. I will never forget the night Saeed Hassan was killed. I rode my bike down to the corner of Montgomery and Crown and Utica, joined organizers who were in this room who worked to fight police violence, and watched it manifest in our community. But I couldn't shake one feeling that night, which was that it was the presence of people who looked like me, white people, that put Saeed's life at risk. Because we know that there are intense intersections between gentrification, police violence, and the way our resources are allocated in this city. And the safety demands of white people place an unnecessary and often deadly burden on our black and brown neighbors. So I went home that night, and I tried to sleep. I couldn't. And so instead I wrote an open letter. It was an open letter to my neighbors, particularly my white neighbors. It was an invitation to join a conversation at my house the next day, to talk about the intersection of the issues. Some people in this room were in that discussion, and I thank you for being there and for starting that conversation that day. This campaign is a continuation of that conversation. Because unless we put justice at the center of everything we do, whether here or Albany, we are not living up to our truth. So what do I mean by justice? As a part of this campaign, we're going to fight for justice across a number of issues. When we say housing justice, we mean the freedom to live in a home that has been in your family for generations, without the fear that it will be stolen through deed theft, an evil practice that is happening everywhere on this map. When I go to Albany, we'll make that illegal. Housing justice means that in a city with 250,000 vacant luxury apartments, we shouldn't have close to 100,000 homeless people sleeping on the street every night. Transit justice means that I can ride the subway safely, accessibly, and affordably, actually free. I ride the subway every day, and it's the same car on the same tracks that my great-grandfather rode when he took it from Crown Heights to Midtown Manhattan to pick up the beef he sold at his kosher butcher shop on Albany Ave. It has not improved much. Environmental justice means doing the kind of work Michael describes and making sure that our children can thrive in the city and that it still exists when they're here. Immigrant justice means that we don't cooperate with ICE, that we create a sanctuary state in New York to protect our families and protect our Education justice means resourcing the schools that for too long have been under-resourced. We will talk about all of these things as a part of this campaign. But perhaps the most difficult conversation we will have is about reparations. Now, I am not the first person to bring this up, to be clear. Scholars, journalists, leaders, activists, organizers, most of whom are black and brown, have been talking about this for decades and generations. But this country has never reckoned with the legacy of slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, and mass incarceration. And we should do that here in New York. I do not propose to have an answer on this topic. But I do have a few parameters I want to lay out that I think will be interesting for us to pursue as a community as we have this conversation. Because everybody in this room, I'm hoping, will leave this room and join the base of people we're building to have these conversations across the community. So, number one, the state is about to legalize recreational cannabis. If other states experience already indication, you should be able to raise billions of dollars in tax revenue every year from that legalization. Every dollar of that should be put into creating cash accounts for every black child born in this state. Second, commutation and clemency. Hundreds of thousands of people in this state and millions of people around this country have been put behind bars, some permanently, living in cages for doing something that financiers are about to make billions of dollars on. Every single one of them should be released immediately. And third, our communities need investments to lift out of poverty, whether it's schools, raising the minimum wage, making it easier for organizers to unionize. All of these things that we know will create ladders to opportunity in communities that have been historically underserved. I'm suggesting we do this, not because I'm deluded and think it would be easy. I'm suggesting we do this because it's hard. Because we've never done it. New York is home to some of the most creative, inspirational, witty, entrepreneurial people in the world, and yet none of that is reflected in our politics right now. We have lost sight of what is possible when we come together as a community and fight. And so I am asking you not to trust me. I am asking you to trust us. Because when we do this together, we will make things that are just beyond impossible feel like they are within our grasp. Thank you for being here.